This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, ABRP Planner, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? We're now at Rema 1000 Byporten and we're getting ready for a trip with the Ford Capri. Yes, I know I mispronounce it. I call it Capri because that's what Norwegians do. But okay, anyway, it's going to be cold. I'm going to go to Alvdal tonight and supposedly it will be minus 15 degrees Celsius. We're in the middle of March now, so maybe that's the last chance for me to try to experience some cold weather. And so this is MEV platform. I want to know, when we drive in the cold weather, would the car go into limp mode? Based on some comments I read on the past with this video, with videos here, many people got limp mode in cold weather. So will I also get it? Well, let's try. This is a bit unplanned trip, so that's why I'm topping up now at Supercharger. Yeah. So anyway, let's see. It charges wonderfully fast. Even at 98%, we're taking 29 kilowatt. Huh? And this is 400 volt architecture. Yeah, actually, fun fact, the Ford Capri charges faster than Kia EV6 from 10 to 90% and also 10 to 100%. But okay, EV6 goes faster to 80%, but it's all about 100%, right? So yeah, this is an advantage for us because the battery is heating up now during the charging session. So we'll be scavenging heat from it, 21 to 22 degrees Celsius, all right? All good here. Eventually, once we finish charging, it should be 78.7 kilowatt hour available energy, at least before losses. And then, okay, so here's the plan. If you go here, okay, here, this always becomes a bit too bright suddenly once we switch. We'll see, we are here at Home. There's Alvdal, that's 264 kilometers away. And then the car is being a bit optimistic because if you look here, it expects that we will arrive with 37%. But when I check it on ABRP Planner, we should arrive with 16%, which is roughly what I also expect. So yeah, the problem is not getting there, but we'll see if we get in the limp mode. And then what about consumption in cold weather? Well, okay, let's see. Okay, go back to the charging screen. Yeah, I think we're about to finish now. Getting close to the end now. We've been driving for 1 hour and 14 minutes and so far consumption is 252 watt hour per kilometer, but I haven't been slow poking. You see, it's 80 zone, I'm cruising at 90, which is actually 87 GPS speed. I'm matching the speed of the mother truckers who drives here at night. So yeah, this ain't no save run, whatever you should call it. HVAC is set to 22 degrees Celsius, but then in car scanner it reports cabin temperature as 32 degrees Celsius. Okay, I guess it's nice and soaking hot over here. But yeah, so this is exactly what I want to see. Outside we have minus 5.5 degrees and the battery is slowly cooling down, 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. Inlet is 12.5, and this means that it's sucking heat from the battery to heat up the cabin. However, it's a bit strange that this auxiliary heater, whatever, which is heat pump, has been high. It's been hovering around 2 kilowatt, now 1.6 kilowatt. Really? For scavenging heat? I would expect it to be around 1 kilowatt, like in the Tesla or the Korean cars. So alright, wait, what the heck is going on there? Oh, he's peeing, okay. So let's enjoy the nice run at night. Let's see how cold will it be here eventually. Wait, freaking auto steer, man. Hey, what? I don't know what's up with auto steers. It's trying to kill me. run me into the middle divider here. I have to force it away from it. Come on, come on, come on. Shit. Getting close to Alvdal, and over here it's minus 10 degrees Celsius. Ooh, that's getting cold, yeah. And we're down to 32%. Consumption is 231. You see, it's keep dropping and dropping because on these slow roads, then, well, we can't drive too fast, and then the consumption can't be too high. But yeah, whoa, that is, oh, it was a rock. I was constantly looking out for moose. But okay, here, this is interesting. So battery temp is now 7.5 to 11 degrees Celsius. Inlet is 2.5. It's still scavenging heat from the battery. This battery PTC, what there is, shows now minus something, yeah. And then it says actually minus 10.5 degrees. So it's been sucking the battery coal now. We're still not in Alvdal. We're still far away, 41 kilometers away. Interesting. How cold will the battery be then? And the weird thing about this Capri is that there is no visible power limit here. Yeah, even when we go lower, we can't see any power limits. Well, we can see it once we accelerate and decelerate that there are some limits here. But at least in car scanning, we see that we have 900 amp discharging limit, and that is, well, no limit for now. And in the optimizer now, I see that, okay, we are at 31% battery. We can get 74 kilowatt if we plug in now, but if we preheat, we can get 136 kilowatt, but it will take 45 minutes. Okay, let's see how the numbers are in, I don't know, around half an hour from here. But yeah, I forgot to tell you that I will not preheat on purpose. I want to see what happens if, well, we don't preheat. Preheating will of course solve all the problems, but yeah, let's see, still 37 kilometers away. How cold will it be, and then how much limp mode do we get? And then also the guys who commented on my video and they got limp mode, well, maybe they could have solved the problem by preheating. We are now in Alvdal. The Ioniq chargers, they're right there. And yes, here it is minus 10.5 degrees Celsius. The battery cooled down, but we still have no limp mode, huh? Well, but we are at 20%. Well, actually, yeah, you can see 20%. So, I could plug it in now, but that's no fun. You know what? Let's drive. Let's drive a little bit further north and take a little loop and back again. But I mean, it's gonna take a while to spend the energy, right? Or maybe we could try to go deep, go down to 5%, see what happens then. Yeah, let me see. How we have 16.5 kilowatt hour left. So, oh wow, I think I have to drive around 50 kilometers maybe. There, we start getting power limit, slight power limit, 894 amp out of 900 maximum, and we are at 17%. Wow. Okay, so I'll just keep driving north. I'm not sure how far I need to drive. And also keeping an eye on this. So it estimates how many percent we will arrive with back at Circle K at Ioniq. Let's try some overtaking. We have 9% on the car's display now. Yeah, how many kilowatt do we get? And can we actually overtake with OK power? Wait for it, wait for it. Here, okay, blink, floor it. Oh, how much do we have here? 125 kilowatt. Oh, okay. Slightly reduced power. Actually, we have roughly half power left. Uh-oh, now, oh shit, we're suddenly at 380 kilowatt. Uh-oh, that's not good. Didn't we have 700, no, 383 amp limit? I thought we had 700 amp limit earlier. Oh, maybe the BMS just learned that. Oh, no, we don't have 700. We have 380. Oh, we just got turtle mode. But that's fine because we're back at Circle K and Ioniq. Okay. Oh, shit. What the heck? Suddenly, the amp limit dropped to 123 only. What? All right, well, good thing we're here. Okay, let's bail out right over here. Oh, yeah. So here we see your stats, 5% left. We drove 325 kilometers. Actually, about 1/3 of that, maybe even more, was on 110 zone motorway, and I hammered it. You see, average speed is actually 89 kilometers per hour. Seems like we can drive around 350 kilometers in this extreme cold, minus 11 degrees Celsius. Wait, what is the optimizer saying now? You can't see this once we plug in. Oh, we can get 103 kilowatt? Really? Let's plug in and see what happens. All right, it's ramping up. 69 kilowatt. 81, we can see here. More information here. So, yeah, battery is cold, but we're taking 100. Dude, we're taking 107 kilowatt. Wow, that is impressive. And also, how fast will it preheat? I mean, well, yeah, okay, now you see, things are going crazy now. You're gonna heat the battery, inlet goes up. Battery is actually heating up really quick already. Yeah, so how long will it take before we can receive 185 kilowatt? Will we actually get it at all? Well, let's see. Let's check something here. Can I do this? Well, we have 9%. Can we preheat? Whoa, cool. We can keep climate on with 9% because the car is smart enough to figure out that we are connected to a high power charger. So of course you can keep climate on. Impressive. Wow, I haven't been in Alvdal in a while now. What is this? There's been some flooding. No, I think there's been some snow melting. Yeah, but then suddenly it just froze over. Okay, so we still have the kaput Ioniq chargers in. At least one of them. Wait, it's not kaput, is it? Just the light that is red, yeah. But it seems to be operational, well, or in it. Okay, maybe not. I'm not sure what's up with that. But man, we have Circle K here. I wonder if I can get some kebab. Wait, before we leave. After 4 minutes of charging, we're already at 131 kilowatt. Nice. So it's not a Circle K kebab. It's a circle kebab. Let's try it. We're back in the car. 41%, 145 kilowatt. Ooh, wait, let me see. Check here. Well, the battery is nice and warm. Well, it's not gonna replicate, that's for sure. Okay, here is a circle kebab. There are different variants. You can get kebab roll, kebab roll, or you can get, they call it kebab tallerken, which is just a plate with kebab and fries. But I went for the roll because I want to sit in the car and pay attention to what's going on with charging. But let's try this. The reason why I want to review this is because I go to Circle K a lot and I see that ad all the time. It's like, oh, the new stuff now, circle kebab. Okay, how good is it? It actually works. There's some vegetable stuff in here. And you can choose between beef or chicken. I went for beef. Not sure how much beef is in here though. We're back on the road again. So I finished eating the kebab and then I went to the restroom. And when I was back, then we finished charging. So what you see now is the playback of that session. Just want to know how fast it would charge. And to my big surprise, when I compared against another session I had earlier where I preheated, right? Then it needed 43 minutes to go to 100%. This time it needed only 46 minutes to go to 100%. So, really? maybe I should analyze this. Does it flatten out the curve or something? But that is simply amazing how we can avoid purposely not preheat, and it still charges pretty fast depending on what you want to do. If you want to have a food break, then this was already fast enough charging. So this is even not an 800 volt car, huh? I mean, if I need a food break, then I obviously cannot finish eating within 18 minutes. First, you have to order the food. You know, she needed around 5 minutes to prepare the food. Well, okay, maybe it wasn't 5, it was fairly fast, maybe 3 minutes. But it was like getting in there and then order the food, and then she prepared, and then I walked back to the car, or you could eat in the gas station, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I feel like today's EVs, they already charge fast enough. But I think the purpose with this test was to come over here, see if there was a limp mode, because actually when I drove a Neo ET7, I think it was, many years ago, to Alvdal, it was colder, it was minus 21 degrees Celsius. Then it went to the limp mode with around 10% battery left, or 8%, don't remember exactly. Around 20-30 kilometers away from Alvdal. So that's why I wanted to test this, but we just didn't hit cold enough weather. But it seems like the engineers at Ford, I mean, or Volkswagen, they probably figured out what the minimum battery temperature is, and don't scavenge it too low. Because I also seen I experienced the limp mode in the new Hyundai Kona. Over there wasn't that cold. It was another trip. That was a trip to Gol. Yeah, no, it was Hemsedal, I don't remember. But on the way back, it went in limp mode with around 10% left or something. And based on the car scanner, it seems like the Koreans, they scavenge the heat from the battery too much, to the point where you start getting limitation, right? And we have seen this also in Tesla with the Model 3 Performance with the Panasonic battery. The Panasonic battery seems to have a chemistry that is more sensitive for low temperature. So then it also went into some limp mode at roughly 10%, but cold battery, right? But they fix it by smart engineering. They when the state of charge started dropping, they heated up the battery to around 30 degrees Celsius. And then when they tested Tang, BYD Tang and Sea Lion, when they go low, they also heat up the battery to around 20 degrees Celsius to prevent any limp mode. So, you know, maybe in the future I should try this more often with other cars, see if they also go in limp mode. It's more nowadays, lately, or in the past rather, it's been more like random or by coincidence that I discovered the limp mode that occurs with some cars. So it's of course a weakness, but you could usually easily fix this with software update and just tweak how the car behave and stop scavenging in time or actively heat up the battery even. So but yeah, and also yeah, interesting, the battery temperature did not reach 50 degrees Celsius or 49 degrees Celsius in this session, and that is I have a good explanation, because normally when you have preheated the battery, you will charge pretty fast at the bottom, and that fast charging introduces lots of heat into the battery. But this time it didn't charge that fast at the bottom, and then by the time it reached 50-60%, it needed to throttle anyway. So then then we didn't get that massive heat in the beginning. So yeah, that makes sense. And I actually had the heater running all the time. This is also something I wanted to test. We keep climate on, or whatever they call it, air condition immediately, they call it here. Yeah, some cars they call it auxiliary heater. But also that will typically steal the AC that would cool down the battery and instead heat up the cabin. But also that can easily be fixed, because pretty much all EVs, even if they have heat pump, they also have a PTC heater, and with some software tweaks you can detect that you are DC fast charging, and then when you run the heater, instead of using the AC for heating, you will use PTC heater for heating, and then the AC can be used for cooling the battery. But when you're driving like now, then you can use AC for cooling, so for heating, because it's more efficient. So all right, now we're just gonna go back to Yes Home. And wait, interesting, the consumption is not as low as I expected. You see, normally when we leave Alvdal, we have downhill and the consumption should be low, but it's 231 watt hour per kilometer since we finished charging. And the reason for it is because it seems like it actively cools down, or aggressively cools down the battery. See, we have 2.5 kilowatt on the auxiliary consumer, whatever, and then the battery is already at 38 degrees. I don't remember how much it was when I finished, but I'm not sure how what the logic is here, but it would be better if you just keep it warm for a little bit, just half an hour extra, so we can scavenge heat from it like Tesla does. Have finally reached the motorway again. So until the motorway, the consumption was low, despite that it was quite cold outside. It was around 200 watt hour per kilometer, and it was minus 10, minus 11 throughout the trip. So yeah, battery has cooled down, but I just started preheating. Want to test some charging at Ioniq. So yeah, it says that it will finish, or will be ready, or whatever, optimized in 41 minutes. Okay. Well, let's see then. We are at Ioniq. I preheat the battery to 24 to 27 degrees. If you go here, it says that it is in optimal temperature. So, I heard that these Circle K chargers, well, it's ABRP, that these 400 kilowatt chargers, they can deliver 600 amp. I don't believe we can get more than 500 amp on this car anyway, but we can test, right? Because I already tested on V3 supercharger. Supercharger should deliver more than 500 amp. But yeah, let's see then. Now we're getting 426 amps. Oh, probably because state of charge might be too high. Wait, what about? Okay, so I look on the info plate. It says maximum 500 amp. But what about those truck chargers? I mean, they are basically the same chargers, but they have only one plug instead of two plugs. Well, in theory, it should be the same. Okay, let me see. What do we got here? Oh, this one can take 600 amps. Man, clumsy me. I should have checked the info plate, of course, before I plug in. Now I have 33%. So I'm trying to burn off some juice by driving a little bit back and forth, but I should also get back home, man. I was expecting to be home by 5-ish. Now it's 6:30. Isabella is about to wake up, maybe in about half an hour. But I also have to return this car today, so this is the last day of testing. All right, we're at 14%, and Optimizer says that we can take 174 kilowatt. Now let's try the truck charger. Now we're ramping up, getting 400 amp. We're just looking for the amp. Well, we can look at the kilowatt, but Oh, 470. Oh, 487. 500. 501. Oh. Wait. Come on. 550. Huh? No? No, okay. Well, as expected, it's 500 amp max. Well, I've seen 500, 505, yeah. But, yeah, it seems like a limitation on the car. Wow, look at this. We are charging now. I move over to Ioniq because it's cheaper over here. And even at 63%, we're taking 112 kilowatt. But I was paying attention to the battery temperature, and it stays below 50 degrees, even with HVAC on. So, yeah, previously, if we try to do this, we will rapid gate with the MEB cars, but they seem to have fixed it. I'm gonna try something here. If I leave the car now, okay, the HV auxiliary consumer is 1.5 kilowatt. I've seen that if I lock down the car, and then we come back to it, yeah, then this happens. It will temporarily drop, and then it starts again. And that little pause there might actually cause the battery to overheat. So that is something they haven't fixed yet. I'm not sure if it can be fixed. Because that was also the behavior before when I tested Skoda Enyaq and stuff like that, right? See, and then it ramps up. So, but I believe it can be fixed because Tesla doesn't do this. If you lock the car and enter the car again, it will just keep pumping or cooling the battery. But this test was about trying to get into some crawl mode if the battery was cold and low. And well, we tried, we went to 5%. Maybe if I went below 5%, we would get some crawl mode, or maybe the car would even stop, because someone claimed that they stopped or the car died before 0%. So, well, I'm not sure about that, but at least if you use the car more normal, don't go too deep, then in cold weather shouldn't be a problem, right? And then as for the 500 amp limit here, well, maybe we should try Plaid or just a Tesla, because Tesla can take more than 500 amps. So that'd be interesting to see if we can get 600 amp over here. But as for this test, yeah, well, it seems like Ford or Volkswagen or the MEB platform seems to be well engineered. I tried in the past many years ago. It had some flaws with overheating battery, but today we didn't overheat at all. Yeah, okay, it was cold, but that has nothing to do with this. It has something to do with that we steal the AC that will cool the battery, for heating. But it seems like Volkswagen has done something so that you can run the heater and still fast charge and get 185 kilowatt and not rapid gate. So marvelous technology. Yeah, that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.